So hi guys, welcome to the next video. Uh, in the last video we discussed what is about like how many types of path are there. We're gonna discuss more on this part today. So with the example. So yeah, this is one of the topic we're gonna discuss. Second topic we're gonna discuss is like CD command. What is the use of CD command? How many options are there in the CD command? So this is the main agenda for this lecture. Yeah, so let's start by giving you some uh, examples. Let me go my to the terminal screen. Yeah, as we discussed, pwd is a command that is showing you the current working directory, and as we discussed in the some 2-3 lecture back, that slash is a main root directory or main root folder for the Linux. So if I use cd, then I need to give some option. If I enter now, if I do pwd, now I'm in at slash. Now, how any command will work in Linux? So, almost every command, I say 99% command will work in the same way. So, first, the syntax of command is like this, of any command I will say. So, syntax is like the command name, options, and then we need to give some arguments. That argument differs on the basis of command. So, command name may be like mkdir, this may be cd, this may be ls. Options are many depending on the command. How to check option, I will tell you the flag and another command in the next video. And arguments is like differ with respect to command also. Like in the case of make directory, we need to pass the name. Like from which name we need to create directory. With respect to the cd, we need to give the path. Now, what is the meaning of that path? I given you here. So we given cd slash. Now cd slash. So this is the argument. So cd means change directory. I want to move to the different directory. It's like cd command is like double click in Windows. If you want to go to some different folder, you want to go like you can click double click and you will be in that particular folder. So using cd slash, I specified that please take me to the slash directory. So that is a root directory. Now if I go to this and I do pwd, so as I told you in 2-3 lectures back, that in the slash only there are multiple folders and files created like slash bin, slash home, slash user, everything. So that if you want to check, we will do ls. Yeah, in ls, if you're able to see this is a boot directory. I told you their files of boot, how to boot file, like how to boot system files are there. In the dev devices are there. In the home, per user wise folders are created to manage the things. And I told you slash usr, temp, everything I told you has been I given you in the last 2-3 videos. Now the cd, then we need to give the path. So you are at current directory, that is slash. Inside the slash there are so many folders and files. Now if you want to change the directory, what you need to do is you need to do cd, and let's say I want to go to the bin. Yeah, so if I do pwd, now I am at bin. Now if I do ls, so many files are there that are respect to the current operating system, that they do. These are the programs you can think of as of now. So what I given is I given cd bin. That means I am at slash. In slash multiple folder are there, bin, boot, home, all are there. And from slash I run that command. I want to go to the cd bin. That means I want to go to the bin folder. Now let's say I want to the boot folder. So what is the command according to us is cd boot. This command will fail. Why fail? I want to show you the path concept, because if you type boot, see what it written here is no such file or directory. Why no such file or directory? If you do ls and if you try to search here somewhere on the top also, so there is no directory with the name boot, but as we saw there is a boot directory present. But if you notice, we are at slash bin now. If you do the pwd, we are at slash bin, and we saw that in slash bin is present, boot is present, and home and many things are present. Root is present. But when we are doing cd boot, that command is not working. Why that command is not working? Because boot is present under slash, and currently we are at bin. So inside slash bin, boot is not there. That's why this is not working, because boot is in the slash directory. So that's what I want to explain you guys. So in the bin, no boot is there. That means with respect to slash bin or with relative to slash bin, slash boot is not there. And when we do cd boot, the cd command is searching this boot folder in slash bin, not in the slash. It's searching in slash bin, not in slash. That's why we are not able to go. Now that boot is not relative to slash bin, and what if I want to go to the boot? Then we need to give the absolute path. Absolute path you can think of like is full path, so it's in the slash then boot. See, now there is no error and we are in slash boot. So you can think of like absolute is a full path. It's like there is one building, your home building, 2 floors are there, and you are at railway station. So absolute path is like the full path with steps you can think of. Just for the understanding, I am giving you this word with the steps. Like from railway station, you need to go out, you need to take Ola or Uber, then you need to take the full address. Like this is 1/320, some Virat Nagar, or you can like any full thing. And once you reach here at this building, then you need to go to first floor or second floor. That is a full absolute path. And what is the relative path? You are standing outside a building only, and this building is relative to you. There is no full path you needed. You just need to go to the floors. So what I'm trying to saying is, you can give relative path also with cd, and you can give absolute path also with cd or any other command. Like what command you can give with ls also, you can give this both relative or absolute path. Now what is relative path? Relative path, I just say in which folder you are currently present. Let's say in slash root you are there, or in slash you are there. So whatever the folders or the files inside the slash or slash root, those files or folders can be considered as relative to that particular directory or folder. If you are present in slash root, whatever folder or files are there inside slash root, those are considered as relative. And in relative path, you don't need to give the full path. You can just directly give the name of that particular folder or that file. And what is the absolute path? Absolute path is like, you can think of slash. You are currently in this, and you want to go to the etc. So in slash etc boot and other folders are there. So if you want to go to the etc, what you can do is you can give this cd etc. So this is considered as relative. Why relative? Because you are currently at slash and you are directly giving the name of the folder that is currently present in the slash folder. So that is relative. Second option you can also give is like cd slash etc. So cd slash etc. Now see here we are giving slash also. So this is absolute path. Now in absolute path it doesn't matter that etc is there in current directory or not. It's there, but think of like this: you are at slash bin. You are not at slash. You are at slash bin. From slash bin, you want to go to the cd. You want to go to the etc directory. Now, if here you will give cd etc, this will fail because etc folder is not there in bin. It's there in slash. And using absolute path, what you are specifying is you are specifying the full path, that is slash etc. So you are telling cd to first go to the slash. In the background this is happening, and then you are telling to go to the etc. So these two commands you can run individually also, that is equals to this cd slash and cd etc. So mixture of this cd slash and cd etc is equals to this cd slash etc. So from slash bin, if you want to go to the etc folder, then you are giving this whole full path, that is absolute path. You are not giving only etc. If you only give etc, that is relative path. That means relative path means cd will search etc folder in slash bin. And if in slash bin etc folder we know that it's not there, so it will give the error of no such file or directory because this etc folder is not there. But what if we want to go from slash bin to slash etc? Then we need to give the full path. Full path means the absolute path. So that's why we given cd slash etc. Now it will not give you the error. And I just told you that cd slash etc is performing two steps in the background. First it's performing cd slash, then it's performing cd etc, because once you reach to the slash, we know slash in slash etc is there, so we can directly give name without slash also. Let me give you the demo of this. Now if I do pwd, we are at root folder. If I do ls, that will list all the files in the directory. Now if I want to go to the Linux 2, so what I will write is cd Linux 2, and this command will not give the error. This will execute very successfully. Why? Because if you see in the front of cd, we are only giving the name of the directory in which we want to go. So here it's Linux 2 is the name of the directory inside which we want to go. Yeah, and pwd, why it's not giving the error? Why it's not giving the error? Because Linux 2 is present in slash root directory and we don't need to specify the full path or the absolute path. We can only give the name also. That means we can directly given the name Linux 2, because that Linux 2 folder is related to slash root directory. That means Linux 2 folder is present in that particular directory. Now if I do ls, see, if we done the ls, there is nothing. If I try to go to the Linux folder, what will happen, guys? Let's think of it. It will fail. Why it will fail? Because in ls no directory is there. That means Linux directory is not there in this current directory. That means in slash root, in this slash root Linux 2, no directory is there with the name called Linux. That's why it got failed. Now what if we want to go to the Linux directory? So what I will do is I will again go to the slash, then in slash root is there, and in root, if you remember, we created the directory with name called Linux. Now see, now if I am doing ls, I am able to see the Linux also. So if I do cd Linux, see, now I am in at Linux directory. So if I do ls, there is nothing. That means with respect to slash root slash Linux current directory, there is no relative folder, no relative files is there. That means if we want to go some two different folder, either we need to go to that folder or directory where that particular folder or file is present, or we need to give the full path. Now for example of this, see, I want to go to the Linux 2 and Linux 2 is not there. So if you remember, where is the Linux 2? So Linux 2 is inside a slash. Inside slash there is another directory called root, and inside root there is a folder with name Linux 2. Now there are two ways. Now what are the two ways is, first you will execute three command, cd slash, you will reach to slash directory, then inside slash you know that root is there, so you will be inside now slash root. That path keep on appending. If you just saw that path keep on appending, now inside root you know Linux 2 is there, so you need to do Linux 2. And if you just focus here in the front of it, I am just giving the name, I am not giving it like cd slash Linux 2. Why not giving slash Linux 2 is, slash Linux 2 means Linux 2 folder is present inside slash directory, and we know that is totally wrong, because Linux 2 folder is present in root directory, not in the slash directory. And if you specify slash Linux 2, that means you are searching the Linux 2 folder inside slash directory. That is not possible. So if you focus here, I am only giving the name, and only giving the name means we are giving the relative path. We are giving the name of this folder relative to current working directory, relative to the current present directory. So at present directory what we have is slash root, and with respect to this slash root directory, with relative to this slash root directory, we are giving only the name. Then we will reach slash root slash Linux 2. Now why automatically slash come here? Let me explain you this also. So the path is like this. Now why automatically this slash come? Does it means we are going to slash first, then root, then again we are going to slash, then Linux 2? No, it's not like that. This slash means it's representing that it's a directory. That root is a directory, it's not a file. So in Linux, either we can write root, that is also equals to the root slash. If there is a slash at the end of the directory name, that means that particular name what we are giving, that means root here, that is a directory, it's not a file. That is the meaning of that slash in the last. But if you give like this, slash Linux 2, that is not equal to the Linux 2 slash in the Linux. Why not equal to? Because slash Linux 2 means Linux 2 named folder is present in slash directory, but Linux 2 slash means Linux 2 is a directory. So the slash in the end represent that this particular name what we are giving is a directory, and slash in the forward will represent the path. That means this particular name what we are giving, that here is Linux 2, is present in the slash directory. Now let me explain you this all. See, ls, there is nothing. Now what if I want to go to the Linux 2? What steps I told you? First I need to go to slash, then in root I am going. Now if I do ls, if I do pwd, I am at slash root. Now if I want to go to the Linux 2, because Linux 2 is present here, that means Linux 2 is relative to this folder, that's why only we are giving the name Linux 2. And as I told, the slash in the last, that slash is automatically appending. So slash in the last means that Linux 2, this particular Linux 2 is a directory, that's why slash is automatically appending to us. But as I told, slash is just only a representation. that it's a directory. If you remove slash also, it is the same thing only. See, now if you see the difference here in the path, see, this is slash root linux 2 and here it's slash root. So as I told you, if you append slash in the end or not with the directory, that is the same thing, still it's a directory. So here if you see in the root we appended slash, that is representing it's a directory, but here we don't given any slash at the end of linux 2, still it's a directory. That's why we are able to move inside, that's why we are able to run the cd command, and that's why when the pwd when we are running, we are able to see that we are in the linux 2 folder, but we are not attached the slash in the end of this linux 2. So that is the thing I want to tell. If you attach the slash in the end, or if you not attach the slash in the end, that is the same thing for the end. In the starting, if there is a slash, that is a different thing, as I told you, that is a path. And in the end, if you attach or not, that is the same thing. Slash is just in the end is representation that it's a directory. So here it's just a representation that it's a directory, that's it. Now I am at linux 2 folder, and if I see, there is nothing. Now if I copy this path linux 2, let me copy and show you the example of absolute path. Let me copy and let me go to the, see, if I am writing root, it will not there. Even though if I attach slash in the end, it will fail because root is not there in the current directory. So that is the meaning of slash in the end. But in the starting, if I given that slash and root, see, now I am in root directory because I attach slash in the starting, that is a path. Now if I go to the this folder, see, I am at slash root slash capital L Linux, and if I do ls, there is nothing. But from here I want to go to the linux 2, so this will fail. As you guys know, this will fail because this linux 2 folder is not present in the current directory. If you do ls, there is no linux 2 folder is present in this current directory or in this present directory. Now how you will go? So one method I already told you is like go to the cd slash, then you need to go to the root, then you go to the linux 2. That's how you can go. So these are the three commands we run to go to the linux 2 folder. But what if you want to go directly? So see, we are again in this slash root slash capital L Linux directory, and if you do ls, there is nothing. That means no relative folder, no relative path. And if I do again linux 2, it will fail because linux 2 is not there. So what if I want to go to the linux 2 directory from here directly? So you need to give the whole path. That means slash root slash linux 2. So that is the meaning of absolute path that you are giving here. So slash root slash linux 2, you are currently where? You are currently in this root and capital Linux folder. But if you do ls, there is nothing in this folder. But from here only you want to go to the slash linux 2, sorry, linux 2 folder. So there is one way, this cd slash you go, then cd root, then cd linux 2, but there is another way. So this is, you are going to slash, then with respect to slash or with relative to slash you are giving cd root. With relative to slash means root is present inside a slash folder, so you are giving a relative path here. After this you will be inside slash root, then you are giving linux as a name, as a relative path or as a relative name. Why? Because you know inside we are currently in slash root, and with respect to the slash root directory, that linux 2 folder is present in slash root directory. That's why you are only giving a name here that is related to this particular slash root. But what if you want to go directly by a single command? Then there is a direct way is cd slash root slash linux 2. So whatever you are seeing here is called absolute path, and this is with respect to all the commands. So absolute path, what I told you is absolute path is a full path, absolute path. And if someone's give you a full path from anywhere in the world or from anywhere in the OS, you can reach to that particular destination. If someone can give you the full path and or like full address or like absolute path, let's say you are at London and you want to send a letter to your mom that is in like currently in Nagpur city of India. So if you write the full full path or like full address on this letter, that my mom name is XYZ, she lives in 1 by 327, that is in Nagpur, that come under Maharashtra, and that is the postal code. So anyone in the world, if you give this details, this detail is like a full path or it's like absolute path. If you give this detail to anyone in the world, he or she can reach to your mom. Similarly, if you give this full path or absolute path, it not matters where you are in current OS. You may be in slash bin, you may be in slash root, you may be in slash boot, you may be in slash bin. It's not matter where you are. If you give the full part in the front of cd, that is root linux 2, you will be there in this directory for sure. Let me show it to you. So I am giving this. Now see, I am at linux 2 directory, and what if I want to go in bin? See, I am at bin, or let me go to the boot, not not bin. Yeah, see, in the boot there is no directory with the name called linux 2, and where I am at slash boot. Now as I told you, from anywhere in the OS you want to reach to that particular linux 2 directory, you can give the full path. So what I'm giving is I'm giving the full path, that is cd. I know in the slash in the root there is a directory, that's why I am giving the slash in the end also of root, then linux 2, and linux 2 is again a directory, that's why I'm giving a slash in the end also. See, we reached to the slash root slash linux 2 directory, and from where we reached from this slash boot directory. See, same thing works with ls also. So if you do ls, there is nothing, or let me go to the boot directory only. Sorry, boot. Now if I do ls, sorry, see, this will list all the files in this current slash boot directory. But what guys, if you are at this folder, you change your folder from slash boot to slash linux 2, but still though you want to check the contents of slash boot, then what you will do is, there are two ways is like you will go to the cd slash then cd boot, or instead of these two command, what you will do is cd slash boot you can go. Once you reach the cd slash boot, you will do ls, then you will able to see the contents of this particular directory. But what is the direct way is, in the front of ls you can give the absolute path. That absolute path is like, in the slash boot is there, so as you can give. So I am at currently in this root linux 2, and when you saw the content of boot, these all are the contents of boot. Now from this linux 2 folder I am doing ls2 slash boot. See guys, it will give you the same output. See, so that is the power of absolute path. Absolute path is like a full path. Let me summarize and we can close this thing. So absolute path is like a full path, and once you got the full path, from anywhere in the OS, from anywhere in the world, you can reach to that particular address. or you can reach to that particular path. If you have that full path or absolute path with you, that means from London you can send a letter to your mom with a full path that is reached to that particular building with some XYZ address to your mom. But what is the relative path? Relative path is like you are currently outside at your home, and from outside your home you are sending a letter here to your mom, that is relatively in the front of you, in the front of the directory. Relative means you are at etc, you are at root. So what are the folder of files are in the front of you, in the presence of you, relative to you, there only you can go. So that is a concept of absolute path and relative path. I want to share you some more commands with respect to the CD. So in CD, if you want, I told you there is options and arguments also. So CD, options are there and arguments are there. Argument is like directory in case of CD, in which directory you want to go. But if you want to check the option, if you want to check option of any command, what you can do, you can use a flag called help after that command, or you can use -h also. Let me tell you with ls. See why it's not working with CD, I will explain you. So if I do with ls -h, it's not showing anything. Maybe you need to use at the place of -h you need to use -help. See, it is showing all the options that you can use with ls, that we're gonna discuss in the very next video, just after this video, how to use these options, what are the options we can use. See, if you able to see ls option, then file you need to give. Similarly, I want to discuss more options with you of CD. There is one more command called man, that in the detail I will explain you in some upcoming videos. But as of now, let's if you give the path in the front of CD like slash, it will reach to the directory. And if you want to go inside that particular some directory that is present inside slash, let's say you want to give root, so you are giving that relative path with respect to slash, so you are at slash root now, and from slash root you want to go inside, let's say Linux, or you want to go inside boot directory, and you remember that to go inside a boot directory there is the full path is slash boot. So you are at boot directory currently. Now in CD, if you don't give any option, just notice this guys. So just notice this prompt here. Here it's reading boot, that means you are in which directory currently. But as soon as I give the CD without any option, it will change to the current home directory of that user. See, it got changed automatically. So wherever you are in the OS, let's say you are in etc, and you are in this folder, you are in etc HP. From here you want to go to the slash root, then the one way is slash root. This is the absolute path. So if you do this, you are in slash root. But let's say you are again in this particular directory, and from here you again want to go to the slash root. So one way, as I told you, is cd root. This is by giving the absolute path. But as slash root is your current home directory, so if you want to directly go to your home directory for any user, you can type cd directly without any option. See, we are at slash root directory. Now let's say I am in this Linux 2 folder. Now if I want to go one directory back, so in cd there is an option dot dot. Dot dot means there is two means. Cd dot means the current directory only, keep me in current directory only. If you see, you are in current directory only. But there is another option with cd dot dot. Dot dot means take me one directory back. See, I do pwd. I am at slash root, and if you remember guys, Linux 2 is a folder inside slash root only. What if I want to go one more directory back? Again dot dot. See, if you remember, root is another folder inside slash, so we are in slash currently. Now again I will be in Linux 2 folder. Either you can perform this cd dot dot multiple times, or you can perform at once also. Like let me create one directory here inside Linux 2, and I am going to this directory, and if I do pwd, see, guess guys what is the path? The path is slash root, because inside slash root there is Linux 2, and inside Linux 2 as Shri, I created this folder called Shri that is relative to this Linux 2 folder. That's why I given the name directly without any forward slash in the front. And now if I do pwd, this is the path. Now what if you want to go to the root? The first way is this that I already showed you, but if the dot dot, what you can do, you can do dot dot. Again you will reach to Linux 2. See, but I want to go at once, not by doing it dot dot again. So if you remember, the path is something like this. Let me show to you here. So it's slash, inside this there is root, inside root there is Linux 2, and then I created new folder Shri. You are at here, you want to go here, so what you can do is cd dot dot, then where you will reach? You will reach to Linux 2. Then again you will do cd dot dot, then where you will reach? You will reach to one directory back. So one directory back of this Linux 2 is root. So you need to run this cd dot dot twice. But what if you want to go in a single shot? So what you can do is cd dot dot slash dot dot. Now what this command will do is this dot dot will take you one directory back, that is Linux 2, and this two dots will take you one directory back with respect to this Linux 2, because by these two dots you already internally got into this Linux 2 directory, and with respect to this Linux 2 directory you will reach one directory back by, because we are using these two dots, that means root. So let's try this option. See guys, I am at this, and if I do dot dot slash dot dot, see guys where I am at slash root. So that is all about the cd command and their options, and it's all about the absolute path and relative path. So thank you guys. If you like the video, please keep on subscribing the channel, keep on liking the channel videos. If you like those videos, please share your doubts in a comment box. Thank you. In the next video, let's meet in the next video.